Alright, so I'm sure you guys know Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit are these alpha male podcasters who basically get a bunch of women on their show and say, what's your body count? And if their body count is somewhere like above 10, they'll be like, she for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Which isn't entirely not valid, but it gets repetitive, it gets kind of boring, and the two alpha males on the podcast are frauds. So basically, these two people, right, you know, Fresh and Fit, real names, I think this guy's name is, it's Walter and something else. Their entire thing is that they just like, you know, attack women. And don't get me wrong, you know, some women, of course, just like some men, need to be attacked or roasted or put in check, but that's all they do. That's all they will ever do, and they don't really add anything of value. Like, if you're gonna scold these women for having a high body count, you have to offer like a robust and practical solution to that. You know, give them like an alternative, give them a path forward. But they're not interested in giving them a path forward, because if women actually behaved properly, these guys wouldn't have a career. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind, and let's take a look at this.
I'm big on bullying on men. I think it's a good thing. Makes you better.
I think bullying is good, personally.
Bullying is important, and bullying is a good thing, and it's needed for men.
Nowadays, it's like, oh my God, virtual bullying and all this other shit.
You should be made fun of. Bring back bullying.
I think bullying is I think it's good. I think, especially for men. Oh my God, Myron, bullying is bad. Bullying is fucking fantastic.
You're gonna regret it.
Right off the bat, I want to let all the newcomers to my channel know that I don't like bullying. I don't encourage it, I don't enjoy doing it, and I don't think it's a good thing at all. But goddamn, do some people deserve it. In case you don't know Fresh and Fit, these are by far the biggest clowns on all of social media.
For the record, for you three to answer this, what percentage of college women do you think are being flown around the world to fuck? I want to hear from all three.
If I had to argue,
I want to hear.
Off of like probability wise, if I had to argue, maybe like 30, 40, 50.
50%. Yeah, that's just delusional. That actually shows that you have no idea of what is happening, and this is your entire podcast, so that's embarrassing, bro. 50% of women in college are getting flown around the world by men to basically get groomed. That's not happening, okay? It's not 50%, and if anyone was gonna throw out some insane statistic like that, it would have, of course, been the Harvard graduate statistician, Mr. Walter over here, right? Only with the highest quality fact.
And these clowns have just made the biggest mistake of their entire careers. They recently posted this 2.5-hour-long podcast calling out Abba and Preach, where they made some of the most ridiculous claims I've ever heard in my entire life.
I ain't gonna lie, when Preach talks, I be thinking he has Down syndrome.
Dude, you run a podcast with Fresh.
So it's kind of like she's winning. He is on the other hand.
And they all
Dude, I'm sorry, but you can't ever say that someone has a mental disability when you host a podcast with a guy who looks like he's constantly tweaking off drugs. And unless he is, I mean, honestly, it'd probably be better for your excuse if he actually was tweaking off drugs, because if he's not, how do you explain this?
So it's kind of like she's winning. He is
He's shaking and shit, dude. Calm down.
And they also lied on video on numerous occasions, and the insults they made were the same as what the kids in my middle school used to say. And once they realized they weren't getting anywhere with words, they decided to start dancing around like monkeys and making ape noises, all because the people they were talking about have skin that is black.
Don't bite your fat ugly wife! Don't bite your fat ugly wife! I need to get
the That's like friendly fire. Like, what? I know they're trying to make fun of Abra and Preach like they're being racist, but like, you're being racist against your own race. It doesn't even make any sense. Also, I can't imagine how bad you must have had to lose the argument to where this is what you're resorting to. Like, imagine a fat kid makes an argument against you, like a very good argument, like an S-tier argument, and then your like go-to response is like, hey, I'm Jimmy, I'm fat. Hey, look at me, I'm so fat. Like, dude, you lost, okay? You lost. And that's different, okay? Because at least being fat, although what I just described would be embarrassing, you can have some control over whether or not you're fat. This is like you have no control what race you are at all.
You're funny. He's flat on his toes when he's dancing.
And if that wasn't bad enough on its own, Myron's mental breakdown over Abba and Preach actually started the night before when he decided to do this.
I think enough people know now that these dudes have literally zero talent. Zero talent.
We got guns. We're fucking ready in this.
James.
Are you on Circus Coke?
No.
What's with you, man?
I don't need no fucking drugs.
What the hell?
Got this, baby. We out here.
This guy's a fucking loser. Look at him looking.
So how did we get to the point where Myron's mauling this hard? Well, let's have Myron explain the whole backstory here.
Long story short, I went ahead and called Abba Blue Pill.
Yeah, put a hood over it. Put a hood over the pattern baldness. Come on, bro. Ugh. That had to have been a cope, right? You know how Fuzi had a tattoo on his head to basically substitute for a hairline? He got a head tattoo. This guy should look into it. He should shave his head and just get a head tattoo. Because the balding, not a great look.
Okay? Way back in the day on a stream when we were doing 2 to 3 podcasts a day.
And honestly, it's not actually embarrassing if you're balding. Many men lose their hair. But, you know, you're trying to do the hood thing. You're going after other people. It's just like, come on, you know?
With Rolo and all them, I didn't necessarily recall when it was. He comes on the show. He confronts me about it. Hey, you call me Blue Pill, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, get a scalp transplant. You know, go hit up somebody else. Hit up one of your barbers. Tell them that you got to surgically get like a scalp lasered in there. You know, get a new piece of hair. A new dome piece.
Which we're going to play some of that, by the way, for y'all as well. I addressed him like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I was wrong about you. On air, we patch it up right then and there. All good. He stays for the after-hour show, had some conversation, etc. Right? Everything's good. Months after the fact, they go ahead and make a hit piece saying that we're cappers and they attack our integrity, our ability to be honest, how we're not necessarily who we purport ourselves to be, etc. Which, bro, for guys like us that are in the self-improvement space, integrity and honesty are huge.
Okay, first things first, Fresh and Fit have no integrity for anyone to even attack them for in the first place. Both Fresh and Fit sell a course on how to pick up women and claim that course is going to change your life.
Yo, everyone that took action on that course, I guarantee is going to change your whole life.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Yet, both of them are confirmed to have used sugar baby websites in order to pick up women where they paid women money in exchange for intercourse.
Oh, he's got the receipts. Walter, he's paying Miranda. He's paying Travon. Are we sure that that's a woman? I mean, dude, Walter has to pay for women, but his course will change your life. Dude, no. Come on, man. Come on. Why are you wearing like a Native American style rug?
So
How we met. The honest truth. No cap.
with no cap, we met on Seeking.
Emotional, damn it.
Oh shit. Seeking. I guess is a sugar baby website and he didn't like
Met
that.
on Seeking.
Oh! That is not a good look. That's like when the truth comes out. That's when you walk outside, you smell that za. But dude, that's rough. This had to have happened live, otherwise I would make sure this would never hit the internet.
Emotional, damn it.
You approached me on a sugar daddy website and asked me to be your sugar baby and then
Never
couldn't
did.
afford my allowance.
Never did.
He couldn't afford my $10,000 allowance a month and said, haha, that's funny. Why don't you just come on my podcast instead?
So despite the fact that Myron's
Oh my, his profile is here. 1% man, 31 male, please read, I'm picky. Oh god, last active. Okay, maybe he left the website, but this is not looking good. This looks pretty legit.
identifies as a top 1% man on this literal escort website.
The site he uses is Seeking.com. It's basically an escort site. It's described as sugar dating, where you gift women things in order to go on dates with them. There's a recommended list with the most popular gifts. When signing up, it immediately asks if you're looking for earners or attractive people. You then need to immediately put in your yearly income as well as your net worth.
There's no debate as to whether or not these guys have an ounce of character or integrity for anyone to even attack them over. These are two single 30-year-old men who live in Miami and only have relationships that are purely transactional, yet they have the audacity to try and teach the younger generation of men how to pick up women for the low cost of only $4.99.
Where's the integrity there? Nowhere, bro.
Also, they can afford to pay more escorts off of Seeking.
You know, it's a vicious cycle.
Oh shit, so they get the money from guys who think they're gonna teach them how to get girls, and with the money they get from those desperate guys, they pay more girls to show the guys who want the girls that they are getting girls. Oh my god, that is kind of a cracked formula, but very deceptive, very dishonest, and overall it just proves that you are frauds. I mean, if you can't see the very clear-cut, display of fraudery that's happening, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is pretty simple. I would have a harder time understanding, 2 + 2 = 4 than understanding this shit. I mean, it is pretty basic.
What we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to go through a lot of the lies, because what I want you guys to understand is that these guys are a reaction channel. They edit their clips and they put it in a certain way to spin a narrative a lot of times that isn't true. A lot of you guys are like, Myron, why are you responding now? Just let it go, blah, blah, blah. What you guys don't understand is that these guys have been talking shit for the better part of damn near 2 years. They've released 20 plus videos on us, attacking us. And then, hey, at some point, Frank Castle's got to come out and hold these fucking ass clowns accountable because they've been lying to you guys. I'm about to expose the lies.
So this is less than 5 minutes into the hit piece, and Myrons is already coping. I've seen most of these videos on Fresh and Fit by Abba and Preach. I don't watch much of their content, but when they make a Fresh and Fit video, I have to watch it because I'm always down to see Sigma males like this get exposed.
So, my honest to God truth body count, bro, no cap. You ready for it? It's over 1,000.
Wait, what?
Ready for it?
Get exposed.
So, my honest to God truth body count, bro.
My honest to God truth body count.
No cap. You ready for it? It's over 1,000.
Okay. Over 1,000? Over a 1,000. That is the... If this guy has over 1,000 bodies, I'm gonna jump off a bridge, okay? If this guy has over 1,000 bodies, I will go to Home Depot today and I will buy the sturdiest rope I can find, if you get where I'm coming from. There's just no way. If he has over 1,000 bodies, then this entire world that I live in is a lie. But it's not true, because he doesn't have even close to 1,000 bodies. This guy probably has... including the ones that he's paid for, probably 100, maybe 150. No way it's over 1,000. Okay, that is the most unbelievable statement I've ever heard in my life.
I'm dead ass serious.
Do I know you?
Do I know you?
Yeah, you need to
Hey,
get
my
on our
friend.
course, bro.
You need a course ASAP. All right,
Yeah,
next.
you need the course ASAP.
Next.
Fresh, it looks like you need to buy your own course, bro.
It's over 1,000.
But anyways, as someone who's watched a lot of the Abba and Preach videos and a lot of the context behind those videos so I can make this video, I can assure you that when you watch the full context of these Fresh and Fit...
Adding zeros is illegal, my guy. Dude, he took 10, added 3 zeros to it, and called it 1,000. Ah, come on, man. Come on, man. 1,000 bodies? I think you mean 10 bodies, and there's a decimal point, and then you added 2 zeros. You had 10 bodies, okay? 5 of which were paid for.
videos, it only makes things worse 99% of the time. Perfect example, just last week, these clowns made one of the women on their show cry while they were live.
You good?
Well, no, I'm not good.
This
She
is why-
gave up a 3-year fucking marriage to go to Miami.
Oh, yeah,
What
you
the fuck
woman-
is so good about a fucking palm tree and some fucking immigrants? What are you talking about? A 3-year marriage from Miami. She said, well, he didn't let me go to Miami.
You say men?
She threw away a 3-year marriage.
Sir, you're making her cry.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, we just been through a lot and I don't know what else to do.
Now, I could have played just that clip, but the full context actually makes it worse.
The truth hurts. All right, well, look, if y'all want to leave and throwing our mics around, that's fine.
Check this out.
Because immediately after making the girl cry, Myrons falsely accuses one of the girls of throwing the microphone, even though it's on video. She clearly hit it by accident, but then he weaponizes his own personal delusion and uses that as an excuse to kick the girl out because they made her cry by making fun of her for getting divorced without fully understanding the years of context behind her marriage which led to that decision.
So, look, man, if the sisters are gonna throwing mics around and shit, man, honestly, yeah, they're being emotional. Y'all could just leave, bro. Y'all could just leave. It's fine. Just go.
I was gonna throw mine.
Well, your sister did, so just go with her. Fuck it. This is getting annoying.
I actually think Tears is more views. You're staying.
Nah, bro, she's leaving.
Did they actually throw a mic?
Her
What
dumbass
did I
sister threw a
miss?
mic, yeah.
Why do I even invite her? Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, it is what it is. Actions have consequences. Just
Actions have consequences equals getting kicked off a show with more than 100,000 viewers because the host is delusional. Yeah, I mean, let's keep it a buck. She stood up, the microphone fell because your equipment is like Dollar Tree and you're blaming her for it. Like, come on. Like, notice how also, and this is completely unrelated, but he has a mic that's clipped to the fucking desk so he could never knock it over. Meanwhile, all the other ones have the ones that have the stands on them so they could actually fall.
phone, Ice will help you get it. Guys, we can hear you guys crying in the background. Just leave. Just give them their phones and stuff and let them leave.
So as much as Myrons wants to cry about how everything that makes them look bad, even in the slightest bit, is just out of context, the fact of the matter is, Myrons is a liar, and this out of context BS is nothing but
Out of contexter. I'm helping men. No, you misplayed my entire 2-hour clip. Rebuttals every argument with you took that out of context. Claims to be based. High value male. Doesn't even read the study. Can't cite a source. Will try to silence you and censor you. Runs a delusional podcast. Yeah, I mean, this guy is a delusional person. He literally is suffering from some sort of delirium. Nothing nothing he says is like factual. He's probably, out of the hundreds of hours he's ran this podcast, has farmed a total of 10 clips that are worthwhile. And that's just like a, you know, eventually, you know, a clock is right twice a day, right? A broken clock is right twice a day. So if this guy can be wrong about 99% of things, and he's right about that 1%, that 1% will be farmed to some viral YouTube shorts, and it makes him look good, you know?
But a massive...
By the way, there are people who literally sit and watch this podcast and donate hundreds of dollars to these guys, claiming they've changed their lives, which is insane. If this guy changed your life, I feel like you might not have a father figure. I feel like you might not have been raised properly. Because as much as you want to sit there and say that the women on the podcast are fatherless and they weren't raised properly because they do OnlyFans, if you needed some random guy on the internet to literally say the most retarded shit humanly imaginable to bring you out to a place in your life where you feel stable, maybe you weren't raised right.
The context is on video, and it's readily available for the general public to watch. And the worst part is they know the context does not justify the behavior. They're the ones in person having these conversations, and they're sober while they do it. Yet, these two self-proclaimed high-value men still want to complain and cry about context at every single opportunity they get.
We go trending on TikTok, videos get taken out of context, clip this stuff out of context. That one out of context as well. They're gonna take things out of context, taking things out of context and going off of clips. Okay? Tweet kind of gets taken out of context.
Take out of context, one piece of text.
Out of context.
Taken out of context?
The clip was, I'm gay. Was grossly placed out of context.
When in reality, these two should actually be on their knees begging for forgiveness to us, being grateful that most people aren't sitting there watching these garbage 6-hour-long Fresh and Fit streams in full and really seeing how nasty these guys are to the guests that come on their show.
171 for 5'6" is obese, bro. Obese is 30 pounds over target weight. So you are obese. It ain't a little bit. It's obese. Bruh, it's obese. Like, that's what it is.
Your co-host is obese. Fresh is fat. He's chunky. What are you talking about? What? How is this guy ever allowed to call anyone obese when he... I mean, okay, you can, you know, call a spade, and maybe this person's obese. I don't even know who he's talking about. But, like, can you really fat shame when your co-host is literally fresh?
Is obese. That's a fact. You won't step on the scale. That's a fact. You are obese. A majority of men don't want obese women. You're delusional. You really think a majority of men want obese women? But you still are obese and you're trying to conceal it through mirages. Here's the facts. You're obese and you're lazy.
So
you are obese, which is the definition of fat. But you are obese. It's a fact.
Myron is a massive hypocrite because he literally takes stuff out of context in this exact same stream later on. So these guys don't actually care about context. They care about clips of them saying words,
which you are in 100% control of saying, by the way,
where they make themselves look bad.
And then real quick, people say all the time, yo, Fresh and Myron, why is this so personal? Well, when someone makes 20 videos about you and they lie about you for 20 videos, bro, you're gonna be taking it personal on some level. So it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, bro. And here's the thing. I was always taught as a kid, they start it, you finish it, and that's what we're about to do with these ass clowns.
Okay, so I actually totally understand taking it personally, if you ask me. I think 20 videos with more than 500,000 views each is a tad bit excessive, but it is weird to me that as soon as the red pill grift started to slow down, they want to pick this beef back up, because they've already said in writing in the past that they're not going to do drama anymore because they wanted to focus on providing more value to the audience by giving them more incredible dating advice, like how you should instill fear in your partner.
One of the mandatory ingredients for respect, you guys want to know what it is? Fear.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of you too, big guy. What? No. There's a difference between, like, okay, respect. You know, you respect someone and you're, you know, afraid or perhaps uncomfortable with lying to them or deceiving them. And then there's literally just being, like, off-put by someone because of, like, their character or their bald spot, you know? There's a difference there, my friend. When someone is afraid of you and say, holy shit, I'm kind of scared of this Fresh guy, they're saying that in, like, a horror movie way. Like, oh my god, that guy terrifies me. Not in a, like, okay, you know, I'm afraid of, like, wronging this guy or getting on his bad side because I respect him. It's like, this guy is a fucking freak of nature. I don't want to be near him. You know, people are afraid of the dark. People are afraid of what lurks in the shadows. People are afraid of the monster under their bed. And, you know, that's kind of the best, most, you know, analogous way that I can put it for you. Not like the way that, like, a bad guy would be afraid of Superman, you know? But like the way a kid would be afraid of Slender Man. That's the best way I can give it to you, my friend.
Of losing.
Yeah, fear. Whether it's physical violence or of loss. But the point is that
whoa, wait, fear of physical violence? Come on, dude. You can't hit your partner. You cannot say, oh, I want my partner to be afraid of me that I'm gonna beat her. That's disgusting. That's abuse. That is literally abuse, okay? And I'm not gonna tiptoe over my words to make them feel better. That is abusive to say that, okay, your partner should be literally afraid of physical violence and that's like a key part of a relationship. Yet you're insane. You are an insane clown, okay? That's a disgusting way to look at things. And I'm not like trying to Karen this guy, but like, let's be honest. That's abusive.
He's scared. What's a necessary component of respect, guys? Fear. And I know that sounds terrible to say it, but fear is a necessary ingredient to respect. Because when you have fear, right? Fear of loss, fear of violence, whatever it may be, you're going to automatically respect.
Okay, I'm afraid of Kim Jong-un blowing up the fucking United States. Does that mean I respect him? No, it doesn't. Not at all. It doesn't make any sense. If I'm walking alone at night and I'm in a bad neighborhood and I know that there's a crime pattern in this neighborhood of people getting shot to death with Uzis and Tech 9s and I could literally die if I maybe make a wrong turn, okay? Is that because I respect the people in this neighborhood and I respect the possible person that could shoot me? No, not at all. I don't respect criminals. I don't respect, killers. That doesn't make any sense. This guy's a fucking idiot.
When you respect someone, that typically comes from some type of authority.
But in all honesty, I do think it is kind of snakish behavior for Abba and Preach to have made 20 videos on these guys. Because Abba and Preach actually went on the Fresh and Fit podcast in April of 2021, and Abba physically met them. And although there was some disagreements, and Myron, the low-value man, tried to pretend like he never talked negatively about Abba right to his face.
All right, so what did I say? I said blue pill?
You felt I was kind of blue pill, so I just want to ask you about that. Why do you think I might be blue pilled?
Well, from what I remember, I'm trying to remember. I would say blue. I'm trying to think. Like, which video was?
I don't remember calling you blue pilled, beta.
It was the one.
I'm trying to remember. Cause legit, we've done so many live streams. I'm trying to remember which one this was and what I said exactly.
For the most part, it was civil, and they did still do a second podcast together at night with other guests. And in my opinion, I think if you physically met and know a content creator personally and you have their phone number, I don't think it's exactly the most ethical thing to do to make more than 20 videos speaking negatively about them. Even though Abba isn't...
Dude, this guy is on your podcast. This guy who you've talked about extensively nonstop, shitting on him, pooping on him, defecating on him, dropping feces all over his name and his brand, and you can't give a single example of one of the things that you can consistently leverage against him, that he's blue-pilled. Yeah, I've called you blue-pill about 30 times. He comes to your studio. Okay, how am I blue-pilled? Oh, man, that's a tough one. We've done so many podcasts. I can't really remember. I've been so busy dealing with this bald spot. It's not been the first thing on my mind. I have no idea. Fresh, what do you think? Okay, Fresh doesn't know either. Producer, do you know anything? What? No one knows what they're doing. It's a circus. It is a circus over at the Fresh and Fit studio. Nobody is fully knowing what they're doing ever. It's all sort of mushed together. It's just not great. And when Abba comes on there and is asking for them to back up what they're saying and they can't do it, I mean, it's embarrassing.
Required to reach out to Fresh and Fit. These guys were never friends, but that's just what I would assume was a common courtesy after you've met.
And that's not like a hardball or anything. That's not like a trick question. He's literally asking, hey, you've called me blue-pilled. What exactly did I do that's blue-pilled? That's literally a very straightforward, standard, and fair question. You're on the Red Pill podcast. You're being accused of being blue-pilled. Okay, elaborate. Give me more to work with here. Provide evidence for your claim.
Someone in person. And I think Abba is at the very least aware that what he did was a tad bit wrong, because when he got confronted on it by Zerka, he kind of froze up.
Abba, it says here that you guys started the beef. You guys shot first.
I started it.
You made a YouTube video on a guy's podcast you went on?
Absolutely, that's exactly how it went.
So you leached off them and then attacked them? That's so badass. Why'd you do that?
Anyways,
that is so cruel, bro. How could you? So you went on their podcast and the next day did a hit piece on them?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I personally disagree with this. I'm not saying you can't make a video on someone if you know them. All I'm saying is that this isn't what I personally would have done. If it were up to me, I would have at the very least reached out and tried to talk to them in a way that's still monetizable sometime before making the 18th video. So out of this entire 2.5 hour long podcast, this is probably the best point they made, but it only gets worse and worse the further we get into it.
Let's go ahead and into this cope fest right here, bro. I have a problem with fucking you.
With me? Nigga, why are these callouts so goddamn gay?
immediately deflects and says, oh, this is gay. Oh, we're going to talk about gay here in a second.
You got a problem with me. Like, nigga, we never, what is this? This is so bizarre. You're going too far with this.
That was the bottom.
Nah, bro, you heard it out of his own mouth.
I know.
Red Pill do stay saying the gay shit. You never noticed that? Yeah, you just put
Blue Pill.
Hey, bro, you need to cut that
I
out.
hope he gets into this, but I'm pretty sure Myrons is actually gay. Myrons has several pictures that have surfaced of him doing literally the gayest things I've ever seen, and he wants to sit here and talk about high-value male, how to get women, when there are literally pictures of like 2 half-naked dudes laying on his chest in bed, okay? So when Abba is calling you gay, I mean, he's not wrong, and I hope King of Nothing shows the picture, or the images that got leaked, because I'm pretty sure Myrons is actually a closeted homosexual.
He didn't put the comma at the right place. Fresh and fit.
They want to talk about us being gay. Okay.
You had a prostate orgasm.
Yeah.
You have?
What?
Wait, what? Hold on 1 second.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. He's calling me gay. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Even the girl's fucking shocked.
You hit the spot right. They got level.
You had a prostate orgasm.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, I'm open minded.
You had a prostate orgasm?
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, so let's go back to the clip here. But
these are the same guys that howl about context. You played literally 3 seconds out of a clip, you know?
Gay.
Okay, I totally understand if that's not your thing. Obviously, it's a preference, but just being objective about it, if it's a woman doing it, that is not a homosexual act. If you want to say
I mean, it's a little gay.
Weird or...
But... okay.
That's not what you're into, whatever. But it's just not homosexual. We can't pretend like it's something that it's not. The fact of the matter is, Myrons is only calling other grown men gay like this because he's projecting. And I'm not saying this as an insult because I don't think being homosexual is an insult. I'm saying this as a statement of fact. Myrons Gaines is a closeted gay man because 1, he's literally admitted it on numerous occasions.
In case you guys didn't realize, I got a confession too. I'm gay as well. Okay, then yeah, I'm gay. But think that I'm gay.
Say me and you are dating, right, hypothetically, and you find out that I might have done some gay porn in the past to make some money. What would happen?
What do you mean by that?
And as Myrons himself tells his audience,
when someone shows you who they are, you're supposed to believe them.
Yeah. Number 2, this picture is sus. And if Myrons saw this exact
Look, believe what you see, not what you hear. Come on now. I mean, this is long before the Fresh and Fit days. This is long before the Red Pill grift, long before Andrew Tate, long before anything that he's doing now. So come on. I mean, dude, this isn't even the worst picture. Dude, this one's actually pretty tame compared to the other ones, which I really do hope he shows. But still, I mean, look, I get the memes. Okay, kiss your homies goodnight, kiss the homies. Okay, this is 1 step above that. And the other pictures are 1 step above that too, right? Because to have this happen, for you to be smiling during it, for your crotches to be touching, I mean, and then for you to have a picture of this, I don't know, man.
Picture, but with Abba's face on it instead of his, he would 110% be calling the guy a homosexual and using that as an insult for 2 hours straight non-stop. And 3, this one is just insane. As a straight 23-year-old...
here it is. Yeah, this is it. You have 2 half-naked dudes in your bed. One of them is lying on your chest. It's... yeah, I mean, this is it. This is the picture I was talking about. Myrons Gaines is gay. He is a gay man. He's just straight up gay, right? So I think that he does this podcast. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think every time he insults Abba for being gay, it's largely because this is like very easily found footage and images on the internet, you know?
There's no picture of me where another fully grown man is shirtless, laying down on my chest, hugging me crotch to crotch while on a bed, while there's another shirtless, fully grown man on the same bed.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
And if him admitting to being gay on video wasn't enough evidence, and if the pictures don't speak for themselves, every time Myrons gets cornered by one of the women on his show, he starts doing this really weird and elaborate cross-dressing role-play fantasy with them.
What if I started wearing heels in a dress and acting like a girl, how'd you feel?
What the fuck?
Exactly.
I walked up to you in a club and I had heels and a dress and said, hey man, it's not like I'm gay or anything. I like girls still. Like, you know, what would you think? The real reason you wouldn't want to go out on a date with me is because I'm acting like I'm gay, correct?
Yes.
And that's a turn off.
Yeah.
And there's more than 100 other examples of Myrons doing this exact same thing, and again, in the full context, it's way worse, because sometimes he'll go really deep into detail about like what color heels he wears, or what day of the week he likes to wear them on.
I like to wear heels on Saturdays, and wear lipstick every now and then.
that one we have to pause, right? Pause.
And as a straight man, I cannot relate to this. These are not thoughts that I would even begin to conceive in my mind as a tactic to attempt to win an argument.
I mean, guys, any accusations that I play for the other team, very true, man, very true, 100%.
And the worst part is that Myrons knows for a fact these pictures are out there, and all of this evidence exists, proving that he's at the very least not who he pretends to be online, and he knows for a fact these are not the actions of a straight man, yet he still decides to insult Preach, who's married to a woman, for a sexuality which he's projected onto him, which more than anything shows the sheer level of delusion that this man operates his day-to-day life at.
If we really want to talk about that, you guys want to fucking box? I'll box both you motherfuckers too. I'll box both you motherfuckers too. Get out of here, man.
But all of a sudden, it's like, pawn it off. Pawn it off. Bro, if anybody made this problem happen, that was you when you was talking crazy about something.
No, you did pawn it off because I challenged you, and then you went ahead and said, oh, Preach will fight y'all, blah, blah, blah. Bro,
he's scared.
Nobody is scared of Preach, man. These guys are thirsty for views. You guys got to understand, when this beef first started, there are 1.2 M subscribers.
First off, every single YouTuber, including Mr. Beast and PewDiePie, is thirsty for views. Views are how YouTubers produce.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand this entire, like, oh, they're thirsty for views argument. You literally host a live stream on a podcast where your entire business model is designed around farming viral clips to get views, to drive traction to your podcast. You have special guests on your podcast, again, to drive traction and views to your page. That's why you had Andrew Tate on your show. That's why you have Zerka on your show. That's why you have Sneeko on your show. That's why you have 10 OnlyFans girls on your table. I don't understand this. If anyone's gonna talk about being thirsty for views, which again isn't a bad thing, it can't be you, right? So A, that's a stupid argument because everyone's thirsty for views. Second of all, so are you. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if they're doing it, if you're doing it too. And you're probably doing it worse than them, which isn't a bad thing, but it just makes your argument even more fallacious.
Income, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone in 2023. Views are the reason why Fresh and Fit kick women off their show after inviting them on the show, after intentionally making them cry so they can clip it out of context and gain views and make more money. Also, Fresh doesn't have to go back to Grant Cardone's office just to him dry and beg him for money.
How much money did you make last month? $120. $30 a week is what you made last month. Yes, sir. How much money?
And like I said earlier, I do think 20 videos is a little bit excessive, but on the other hand, Abba and Preach get more than 1 million views consistently, making Jubilee and the Button reaction videos, so they get views no matter what. So I honestly don't think they made these videos strictly for money, because I know for a fact they're making more than enough regardless of whether or not they make Fresh and Fit videos. I think they actually wanted to speak out against the BS Fresh and Fit say on a consistent basis while getting paid to do it. Second, Myrons needs to stop pretending to act tough. The proof is on video. You can't just lie and expect to not get called out.
No, you did pawn it off because I challenged you, and then you went ahead and said, oh, Preach will fight y'all, blah, blah, blah. Bro,
he's scared.
Nobody is scared of Preach, man.
Yeah, Abba did pawn off the fighting to Preach. Not all grown men are interested in going to a different country just to fight over internet beef when they could just not do that.
Beta! Oh no.
Beta male.
But Myrons and Fresh started the boxing BS when they said they would box both of them, not just Abba. Then Preach accepted that challenge to fight.
Fresh was on Shark Tank? Is that real? Wait, is that true? I'm gonna look that up. Hold on. Fresh on Shark Tank. Where is it? I can't find it. Fresh from Fresh and Fit. Where is it? Or I should probably put Walter. It's like Weckes or something. Dude, where is it? Shark Tank? They probably deleted it. It's probably not gonna be found anywhere. Hide the evidence. Oh, hey, that's me. Dude, where is this? Is it this? You don't have 1,000 bodies? Wait, I need to see this.
It's not really fit, but Fresh, I had came across this video, right? And inside of this video, you were saying something like how you got 1,000 bodies and shit. And I'm like, bruh, you is not fucking like that, my nigga. Like, why is you tapping to the camera, bruh?
That's real.
So, here's my thing, right?
Dude, I have to see this. There's no way he defends this. How do you defend this? This is undefendable.
Why would I lie?
Okay. Why would I lie to you? Because it's impressive. It drives traction to your website. It reinforces your entire business model that you are the alpha male and you have the answers, and everybody who needs the answer should buy your course. It gives you credibility. If you're the alpha male and you want credibility, just lie and say you've had intercourse with 1,000 women. That makes you credible in this space. Why would you lie about it? Are you high?
What do I gain from doing that?
What a stupid idiot.
Please tell me.
Please tell me. I just did. I know he can't hear me, but come on, bro.
You said you got 1,000 bodies in a year, bro. That shit is cap.
No, I didn't say in a year. In a lifetime. But why would I lie to you, bro? I'm not getting paid for it. I don't even know you.
Let's do the math on that, okay? 1,000 bodies. That means that you've had sex every night for 3 years. Okay. That's a statistical anomaly. Not even the most attractive man in the world could do that.
What do I have to cap? This is my life, bro. I'm just curious.
I ain't gonna lie, my dude. The way you, like, even your tonality about, like, you look scared as shit, like, when I said that, bro. So it told me that it's the truth, bro. But I ain't even trying to dish y'all podcast because I do think what y'all doing for the community is real shit. But I do think
you're Mac, right? You kept saying Al Myron in the chat.
Yeah, I did what I had to do to get on the show. I ain't got nothing against you, Fit. I think I like your energy when how you talk to these men. You saying real shit. It's a lot of bitch ass niggas out here, but Fresh, you was capping about that though, bro. So,
bro,
you gotta stop.
You don't know my life,
That's
bro.
all I wanted to say.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know the burns I've got from...
I absolutely know your life, and I know that it's not a life where you have 1,000 bodies and you're doing it every single night with women. That I know for sure, okay? So I do know your life. And you run a podcast for 6 hours a day, and I think that tells me enough. And, there's just some incongruencies with the statistics there, if we're just being completely honest.
The bodies. Like, dude, it's funny because, like, I'm just chill, bro.
Oh, he's just chill. The fuck are you talking about?
Live life. Things happen.
Things happen, yeah. Things happen where a baddie falls into your nuts every single night for the past 3 years. Come on,
It might be unbelievable to you because you haven't lived my life, but, like, hey, man, life is great. And my experiences, bro, because I've only started recording my life because of the vlogs now.
You're overweight, you can barely speak in full sentences, yet you have a podcast. You wear the Fresh and Fit merch every single day of your life. You don't have good style. How are you literally catching a body every single night for the past 3 years? Like, you can't just be like, why would I lie? And that's your evidence. Like, we gotta start seeing some names, we gotta start seeing some pictures, videos, proof of any sort, but you have nothing because you're a fraud.
But if you've seen the past, bro, it's insane what happened to my life, bro. Like, from Barbados to New York to Vegas to here, it's been crazy, man, and I love it. So, bro, if you don't believe it, I don't really care, bro. I know what I know. My friends know who I am. People I care about know.
That's it. That's his proof. It's like, hey, man, trust me, bro. 2 minutes of pure bullshit. Come on, man. Even Myron was laughing when the caller mentioned 1,000 bodies. Stop lying, Walter. Dude, like, this is just retarded. You could have lied. You could have inflated it by like 20% and settled on like, okay, I have like about 500 bodies or, 300 bodies. But you went to the most outrageous possible number. Over 1,000. Like a nice round number. A nice 4-digit number. This is like... At that point, like, your dick is falling off. Like, you have, like, a disgusting... Like, there's moss growing on your dick. It has infections from... he just mentioned 4 different continents. Barbados, Vegas. Yeah, you have, like, some sort of sickness at this point, dude. Anyway. Myron probably somehow has it worse, though, because he has, like, AIDS or something.
And then these self-proclaimed alpha males, Fresh and Fit, duck that 2-on-1 challenge, and thanks to modern technology, everything I'm saying is verifiably true.
Come back to Miami. Let's box it out. Talk it out too. How about that?
In 3 months,
waiting.
though. And I keep y'all niggas up too. If we really want to talk about that, you guys fucking box. I'll box both you motherfuckers too.
No, I'm gonna take one bitch and the other bitch. You guys are 2 bitches, twin sisters. That's your new name.
So Myron ducked this fight after calling the guy out.
That being said, boxing. You got our number? Hit us up on the side. You know where we're at. We're in Miami, so let's do it.
Yeah, you didn't even do that. You proposed a fight, talked. Then when the person accepted, you're like, I'll bring $500,000. I offered you $20,000 to just show up. Win or lose, you were gonna get.
Wait, that's his channel, Fresh Prince CEO. All right, let's look into this. Fresh Prince CEO. Because this guy. Oh my God, this guy's easily worse. This guy. This banner, man. This banner. This guy's easily worse than Myrons. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just like, it's just more absurd for this guy than it is for Myrons. All right, let's check out some of his banger shorts. Apple sent Myrons' text into a junk folder. Okay, what is this?
Being an independent boss-ass bitch stealing $1 million from the government put me in prison. All right, I'm a felon now, and I regret every. I'm about to cry. I'm a felon, and I regret every moment of it. All right, but god damn it, I should have stayed my ass home like I was.
Notice how his shorts aren't even him talking. What a disaster that would be. Thank God this guy keeps his mouth shut, but all his thumbnails are him with the fury of 1,000 lions in his face. Like, why are you so mad, bro? You want to be the plumber.
Make sure that you're not the guy getting used. Make sure when you're in that situation, you're using her for what you want. Because guess what? She's gonna take full advantage if you let her, and you don't want to be the guy fixing her fridge, and then
what? What?
Larry from down the street is gonna come and plow her and be her real plumber. So whatever you do, guys, make sure you're in the best position possible, and don't get used out here, because they will.
Don't get used. What's great advice, dude. That's $500 course advice right there. Don't get used. What a tool. Why you shouldn't be a simp on social media.
I take the time, right, to look at different profiles from women and men, just for case studies for my clients and from also our course. It's apparent to me that there is so many simps on social media, you can't even count them anymore. And what happens is, you'll see a hot chick, let's say she has like 1,000 plus followers. That's the average chick, but she's getting between 60 to 100 comments on thirsty guys alone. Imagine a chick with over 100K followers.
So his entire angle here is that there's simps in the world, which, where are you going with this? Yes, simps exist. So what's your angle here? Like, is he just highlighting the fact that simps exist? Like, does he think he's the first guy to discover this fact? Is this a YouTube short literally discussing the existence of simps? This can't be real.
And the funny part is, if you go through each comment, one guy's saying, oh, let me eat that. I'm saying, tonight, oh, I'll give you my whole paycheck. And it's the longest the guy's saying whatever they can to get her attention. And the funny part is that, like...
So we're gonna pay this guy $500 to tell us that simps exist. Holy shit, this can't be real, dude. This cannot be real. Like, how the fuck does this guy get money? Okay, don't forget about this.
They look at men as an expendable resource to get what they need.
Not even him talking. It's his fucking co-host. Okay, dude. Future $1 billion product. This has to be good.
This is why you need...
Dumpy in chat. The way this guy talks makes train tracks seem like an ideal sleeping place. Yeah, not many coherent thoughts coming out of this guy's chatterbox.
The whole facts, bro. I'm telling you, you know what? I should make a product called the whole facts. Any girl you want, type in her name. We'll give you the full details on her because, bro, you don't know her past, bro. You don't know what she's been through. And to be real, bro, she could have been on sugar sites. She could have been on P videos. She could have been with pimps. You don't know. The more
the sugar sites that you guys use,
better.
That was it. With the fucking Lil Uzi Vert instrumental in the background. Dude, you would not want that product because if we ran a background check on you, we'd see a total of 5.5 bodies. Unreal. Pure delirium. Like delusion from this guy. We'll check out one more of these and we'll get back to the video, but this guy's like, come on. All right. Are any of these gonna be like remotely useful? Should women be... He was on Tim Pool?
We have a podcast. We do dating shows after hours with girls. We ask a common question to the girls. Name 3 countries. I can't even do that, bro. But to be honest, they're important. So look, I made a promise to myself. I used to ride motorcycle all the time in Miami, right? I love riding a bike. Favorite thing to do. Every time I've been in an accident, it's been by a woman. To be fair here, right? I said I will not let a woman kill me willingly. But with the draft, I'm gonna get killed. And she can't even name the countries, bro.
So the title is Should Women Be Able to Vote? And he's waffling about how his dumbass got hit on a bike. Okay. You realize, like, what if I just said this exact same thing? The title of my short is Should Black People Be Allowed to Vote? And my proof is like, I got hit on my bike by a black guy. I mean, obviously it's dramatic, but like, what do these comments say? Thank God for subtitles. Fair enough, man.
Paying the check beforehand, and you still cower out talking about, no, we need to get promoters. No, these guys think everything is about money.
It's not about money.
And I'm gonna say this to you guys: I don't play with violence. That's why you've never heard me preach come on here and say we would fight some people.
Then tried to twist the truth on video like the little weasel that he is, all while knowing for a fact that the proof and the context is readily available for everyone to see.
They got your ass on camera.
Niggas ain't got me on no fucking camera.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you at 4K? And I beat both y'all niggas up too. If we really want to talk about that, you guys want to fucking box? I'll box both you motherfuckers too.
Now you guys know why I didn't want to fight with Preach, okay? Smart people discuss ideas, stupid people discuss people. And we made a mistake, all right? So with that said, we apologize, okay, for talking about his wife, his country, and making ad hominem attacks on them.
That ain't me.
And either way, Myrons is 33 years old. This guy needs to grow up. Calling people out that are bigger than you to a boxing match, all because you insulted the guy personally first, is how the children in my elementary school used to act.
Made a video recently talking about my alleged wife.
I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. All right, we'll skip here and then we'll call it on
They're
this
not
video.
concerned with-
because we've been watching this for about 30 minutes and we took a look at his clips. Holy fuck, dude, he's rubbing off on me. Fresh, I'm literally not being able to speak now because of his brain tumor digitally transferred to me. I can't watch this content. Look what it's doing.
Concerned
to
with
me.
letting you be sedated and continue
Wait.
to be mediocre. They're not giving you real advice on how to become a better man. They're more concerned with making money, and if they have to lie to do so, that's what they will do.
So here's something that these red pill losers do all the time, and I'm honestly glad I get to address this now. These nerds criticize other people who they claim don't provide value to the audience through their content, even though the audience are the ones who decide who provides value to them and who doesn't. And at the end of the day, red pill content in general is nothing but mindless entertainment. It is the exact same thing as watching an Abba and Preach video. This podcast is not a college lecture where people take notes on each and every word that Sneeko.
I think I get the idea. I think these guys are low IQ and they don't provide much. So anyways, go check out King of Nothing. This guy's a big friend of the channel. Great content. Watch any one of his videos. They're all good. Genuinely, I really like this guy. You know, he's pushing it to 100K. Get this guy his play button, please. He works hard. He's always grinding in the kitchen, cooking up. And that is that.